Player 2 has joined the game.
Hey, yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 276 of the Two Player Co-op Podcast. As always, I'm one of your hosts here, Kevin, along with my shaken brother from my mother, Sean.
What's shaking?
I was not prepared for that. You too, whatever I say. I don't know. If this is the first time you're ever seeing, hearing, or listening to us, this is the Two Player Co-op Podcast, where just about every week, two brothers get together to tell you everything you need to know about in the world of video games, even if it's a slow week. But I forget how to go from there because I broke my train of thought. Make sure you go to youtube.com/2playercoop.
Oh, no.
Like, subscribe, share. If you only listen on audio services across the multiverse, that's cool too. Leave us a thumbs up, 5-star review, or whatever your service does. If you really like us, you can go to patreon.com/2playercoop, where for just $1 a month, you can get the podcast 1 day early. For $5, and all these stack, you can get a bonus episode every month, which we're going to record right after we are done filming this episode. For $10, you can watch us record this episode live like our best friends are right now. Oh, I hate saying best friends. That was kind of funny thing. I mean, you are my best friends, but it's so like trademarked by Kind of Funny, and I'm so sick of them that I shouldn't have said that, but you are my best friends, our best friends. And for $20, if you're crazy enough to give us that much money, you can choose the bonus episode topic and record with us if you so choose. Some of these patrons deserve a shout out, just like our affiliates, James Solar, Sarah Solar, John Tingley, and Derek Banford, as well as our producers, Steve Appleton, Aunt Sue, Vernon Slayton, and Dustin Downs. I would love it if Aunt Sue were like, okay, $20. My topic is, what do you think about the latest NB2 variant of COVID and what it means for the latest whatever? Or our aunt is a doctor.
She's a doctor.
Yeah. If you like cool t-shirts and the like, you can go to teespring.com/stores/2playercoop. You have a 1.
I don't like that.
James talked about it last week.
I know, but
Your head's in the wrong spot.
no, that's worse.
There. So should I be looking for a knife in my back, best friend? No, just don't be like Kind of Funny and hate everything. That's not something that you're starring in or getting paid to promote, like this Ghostbusters game or Avengers, which is like new character reveal. Tim Geddes, oh my God, this is the coolest thing ever. Freaking hate Kind of Funny. I'm so glad Colin got out of there. If you like Kind of Funny, that's fine. I'm so sick of them. I hate them. When I watched, well, now I'll get to it in a little bit. Sean.
Yes.
You went away for the weekend.
I did.
We had your baby girls.
You did.
They are sweet as hell. I'm exhausted, but that is not because of them. That is because Nick, my now 12-year-old, had his birthday yesterday. Took him to see the Batman. We'll talk about that here in a second. And then he went with Poppy to go see Cats.
Really?
He got back at about 11:30 at night, and I stayed up because I'm not going to let my 12-year-old just be like,
come in the house dark.
Can't remember the code to get in the garage. So I'm exhausted because of that. Also, at the end of Cats, or not, yeah, at the end, one of the cats dies or whatever. Spoiler alert for a 75-year-old
Magical
musical.
Mr. Mistopheles.
Is it him? That's what I was going to say.
It's I don't know. Well, the whole thing is
Rimrod.
like one of the cats getting to go to like
the Rainbow Bridge.
Basically, yeah, like the afterlife or something. And I think it's the one that sings Memories or Memory. I can't remember what the song's called.
Memory. Because Dad was playing at pizza night. You missed that.
That's a shame.
Yeah. But
wait, so what did Nick think of Cats?
He liked it. But
Okay.
I think after a 3-hour Batman and a 3-hour Cats, because what happened with Cats was when they got to the whole thing where he's levitating, whatever, he's up on the tire and he's going up to heaven. Then all of a sudden it was like, attention please, everyone. We are having some unforeseen technical difficulties. We will get back to you in a few minutes.
Wait, what happened?
The thing stopped moving. The tire or whatever that brings him up to heaven broke. So Nick was like, we're sitting there for 15, 20 minutes with the lights off and whatever. I don't know if the lights were off. I can't remember what he said or if he said. And then it was like, we are now going to resume the production of Cats.
Oh, there couldn't have been more than like 5 minutes left.
Then they're on the tire, and then instead of like floating, the cat just goes, it walks off to the side. I was like, oh my God. So that's why he got back later than he thought he would.
Wow.
John Tingley had the platinum for Avengers. Holy crap.
Dang.
Derek, I should have done that. I'll be doing that a lot when these kids become teenage. Well, I've got one teenager already. I'm old. But how was your very short weekend away? And also, Jess said thank you. Thank you.
Oh,
I love
welcome.
the coffee mug. Love the T-shirt. I would have worn it, but
Coffee talk.
just a little coffee talk. But before I ever wear a T-shirt, I have to wash it first because I'm just like, it's going to be itchy no matter
You
what.
probably should. Yeah. It was good. We went to Hot Springs, Arkansas. I think it's the first time I've ever
I think I've
been in
just driven-
Arkansas outside of a car.
Yeah.
It was very like the drive is just kind of whatever. It's like it was a bunch of grass and some trees and whatever. But then once you get close and you're actually starting to get, I guess it's the I mean, I know there's the Ozarks.
It's
I don't
like
know if
the-
we're
it's
already
like the
in
foothills.
the foothills of
Yeah.
the Ozarks.
Okay.
But you
What
start
is a
to see,
foothill?
you
What's
start
the
to
deal
see,
with foothills.
you start to see like the mountains and stuff. Whatever.
Am I recording? Yeah. Okay.
And then once we get to the lake, like all of a sudden you're just like, I mean, I know there can be lakes anywhere. There are lakes everywhere. But it did not, all of a sudden you're like, this is Arkansas? Like, it was beautiful.
Yeah, because that's not, you don't think of beautiful when you think Arkansas.
Right.
No
yeah.
offense if you're in Arkansas.
I mean, none, oh, well, yeah. Some of them.
Whereas, like, Greg Miller hates Kansas because Greg.
Anyway. But yeah, it was beautiful. It was nice and like just serene, I guess is the best way to put it. It's like right on the lake. We didn't really do a whole lot, and that was kind of the point. We just wanted to relax. We went to a casino last night just for something to do. We're going to go to dinner there, and we'll gamble.
Now you're
a little
rich
bit,
and you're
whatever.
quitting the podcast.
I'm $40 less rich than I was.
Well, that's more than we make.
Every time I go to a casino, I'm like, every time I go to a casino, I'm like, this is fun. I haven't done this in a while. And every time I leave a casino, I'm like, why do I keep coming back to casinos? I hate them. I don't like. It's not that I don't like gambling.
Did it smell like smoke?
No. I mean, a little bit, but not.
But they've got all the ventilation.
bad. Yeah, and they have like special like smoking
Oh, okay.
areas, whatever. Yeah, I spent $40 on slot machines, lost it all. That's fine. But no, it was fun. We just kind of relaxed.
Good.
It was kind of, I guess this was like a B&B. I don't know that I've ever stayed at a true B&B.
nice.
Like
Okay.
it wasn't just a hotel, but it
It was
wasn't
like
like
somebody's
somebody's
house or something?
house. It
Oh.
was somewhere in between.
Okay.
And like there's only so many rooms, and so everybody's like, when we checked in, what's your name? Brittany White. Oh yeah, we've been expecting you. Come on in. Blah, blah, blah. And, they're like waiting for you, all that kind of stuff. We got like breakfast included every morning. They just come and we had like our own private patio. They would just come and leave it out there, and
So you weren't like Baron Zemo, like, you don't want to come here because there's a dead guy over there and I got a yim.
right. Yeah, it was good. Got massages, which is always nice. It was good. We did some wineries.
No,
I met a-
nope.
There's a dude there that likes socks. I like socks.
You could tell it. Just don't. Yeah.
And what else? We did a
Distillery.
moonshine. Yeah, distillery, like moonshine tasting. It was good. Not as good as the big one there. Old Smoky. Yeah. Very similar, but not quite as good.
Did you bring any home?
No, because I never know what I would do with it. Like a bottle of moonshine is going to be a lifetime supply for me.
Well, if it's straight,
Like I like the
but-
little tastings,
correct, but
but
no,
that's how I would. If I had a bottle of it, I would be
no, but you don't get it straight. You get like what Jess got me that one time when she went on her girls' weekend. You get like a mocha. You get like a coffee flavored one or something.
yeah.
But then it goes down way too smooth, and you're like, and it's gone. Yeah.
But yeah, it was good. Didn't do a whole lot, and that was kind of the point.
So Sean, what is your? Well, first off, Derek, always wash new jeans. They have formaldehyde in them. What the hell? I never knew this. I wash my jeans that are very old now because I buy a pair of jeans like once every 10 years. They still fit, but barely. That's freaky. What is your go-to casino game? For me, all I play, I just play, if it's cards, if it's anything but slots, it's blackjack. And I'm there for 5 minutes and I'm gone.
I mean, that's part of my problem is I tend to just play slots just because, I don't know, table games, like I know how to play blackjack. I know how to play roulette. I used to know how to play craps.
I get
but
all
yeah,
in my I don't know how to play
I get
craps.
intimidated.
I can't play craps.
I'm just, I don't know. So I kind of stay away from table games. And so I play slots, but even then I play like cheap slots where if I'm playing more than like a dollar per spin, like,
hell no.
that's big time for me. But I think part of the reason, like, even if I played blackjack, I might bet $5, $10 and win $5 or $10. But I'm like, unless I win like
James
10
Internet
games in a row or something, I'm never going to get enough money. Yeah, I'm not going to be like, ooh, I'm up $15. That's it. I quit. I'm done. So
you want to be up like a couple hundred.
Yeah, which you're never going to get. Right. I don't know. So at least with slots, and this is part of the problem. Yes. Again. No, that was just my stomach. But I'm about to. If I
needed this.
If I am playing like $1 a spin.
Derek, that is freaking awesome.
Unless I get like
I don't know how to play craps, Derek.
Unless I get like a huge win. Even with slots, I tend to win maybe like if I win like $20 on the spin, it's like like all the things are going off and
leave it on a high note.
But still like $20, I'm not gonna just stop. So usually I just play until I'm out of money. And so that's why I always go home empty-handed. Now there was one time it was at Foxwoods in Connecticut.
Okay.
On $1 slot, roughly. I mean, penny slots, but like, it was probably playing 60 cents, maybe $1 or something to spin. I don't know. I hit some huge bonus progressive kind of thing. I don't know. I won. I can't remember if I probably told you this. I won on one pull. Not like the first pull, but I was playing, and I won on one spin $1,800.
I'm out.
So one thing I found out.
What do you get? Is it coins or is it like
anything that big? They basically somebody comes over, like an attendant comes over,
boss,
and you have to do. Yeah, I had to like fill out form like for taxes and crap. Well, I didn't have to. There's two ways I could have done it. She's like, I can either just give you the money and you square this all up on your own when you file taxes.
Sure.
Or we just take care of it now. We take the taxes out and then
give you $1,200,
whatever, So I did that. What I later found out is you shouldn't do that because you could easily just be like, yeah, I won $1,800.
But I lost.
But I've probably lost more than that over the course. Yeah. So that's what I should have done. But that's the one and only time I've won big at a casino. There's been times maybe where I leave up $50, $60, but it tends to just be like one
but that's
big
a good night.
Hit. Yeah. And so I always just end up, not broke, but losing all the money that I started with, which is usually like $50
Second time.
tops. But yeah.
One of the things I hate about listening, like I love Bill Simmons, I love The Ringer, I love all their podcasts, Ryan Russillo, all these guys. But one of the things I hate now is every podcast, the sponsors are BetMGM, FanDuel, whatever. Yeah. And then they go through the read of the ad for 60 seconds. And then it's like another 2.5 minutes of like, if you're in Tennessee, call this 1-800 hotline. And then if you're in New York, do this. And then they say it again. I'm like, it's annoying.
Yeah. Oh, my finger was up earlier. We were talking about the foothills of the Ozarks.
Yes.
What that reminds me of, one of my favorite
James is back
books growing up, even though it made me cry every time.
Old Yeller. Where the red fern grows.
Where the red fern grows. And that I think that was in the Ozarks.
But why is that say? I can't even remember right now.
It's the boy who like wants to go hunting. And he wants a dog, and he saves up his money, and then he gets the dog, or he gets two dogs, I guess, and they're brother and sister, and they end up being like the best hunting dogs ever. And then there's like an evil guy, because there has to be, and they end up, I'm saying all this, I don't know if this is 100% accurate, but it's my recollection of the book. There's like an evil like other boy that lives in town. He's like the hunting champion. He's got the best dogs and whatever. and they get into like this hunting competition. I don't know. And I don't remember exactly what happens. Oh, there's a mountain lion.
Oh, that's what it is.
And
Yep,
one of the
yep.
dogs like
It
basically
saves the other one or
sacrifices
something.
itself to save the boy,
Yeah.
the kid.
Why do they make us read this stuff?
But then there's also something about, like, I don't think the mountain lion killed him or her. I can't remember if it was the boy or the girl.
No, I think they had to put it down.
No.
No.
But there's something about, I remember the boy, like, can't find the dog. And when he finds him, the dog is, like, trapped in, like,
Oh,
a thorn bush or some. Or
the
no,
red fern.
it has nothing to do. No, but anyway,
Like a wolf trap or something?
No, I feel like it's like a thorn bush or something. But like, I think he's already in rough shape, and then the thorn bush was like the insult to injury, whatever. But anyways, the boy or the girl dog dies as a result of that. The remaining girl or boy dog basically is just all sad because his brother or his sister or her brother died, and she's like, well,
So
he or she
got themselves into quite a
is
predicament.
then, loses the will to live and just stops eating, whatever. Then that
No,
dog
all right.
dies.
No, all right, I'm
But anyways,
done.
yeah, it's like the saddest book ever. But yes.
Okay, so Derek saying in the chat that he built a full-size craps table for his basement made me think of this because I thought of this when I was listening to the latest Sacred Symbols
Oh, yeah,
Plus
Derek's from that neck of the
episode.
woods.
episode is USA won. So I think we're in the World Cup with that win. I think
Is that all it took?
so because we drew against whoever it was 2 nights ago or last night, whenever it was. Anyways, what I want to do. Are you done? Are you good?
Yeah.
What I want to do. It was a mountain lion.
Mountain
There you
lion.
go.
There it goes.
I now have a goal. Now, this is a very expensive goal. Not for y'all, but for me. I got to clear out some room here, but what I want to do, instead of building an arcade and losing money on that and opening that and all that, I want to build from scratch an awesome 4-player. Was that your stomach?
I don't even know what you heard that
That
time.
was
But
from my chair. An awesome 4-player cabinet based on Raspberry Pi, MAME, everything. But like, I want to build a custom arcade cabinet to have here, just to have. Like, I could buy one for $5,000,
I mean, yeah, you can build them.
but I could build one for half of that. If
Basically,
not
you just
less.
need the guts, which you just buy.
Yeah.
You need a display so you can HDMI, and then you
But
need
what I
like
also
the
wanna have-
joystick. But I think even that's pretty. You get almost like a kit where it's like plug
Right.
this into here, and then you
But
can
what
plug
I
this
also
into
want,
there.
I want to have.
I
like-
think physically building the cabinet is probably the most challenging.
I mean,
part.
I have a screwdriver. I have a drill.
remember
I'm
how
aware-
hard it was building this table.
Well, because we try to go all custom, but no, like I really want to do that. Like, I want to make it, and I
That
think
would be awesome.
Derek, correct me.
We need the one that's at work.
I think it was Derek, but correct me if I'm wrong, Derek. Somebody said that they had built one of their own. Might have been Dustin. So Dustin, you're not live right now, but if it was you, let me know. I want to build one. I want to have the 4-player setup just because for like NBA Jam, Turtles, X-Men, Simpsons, all that crap. But I want to make it. But what I also want to do, and if you're in the chat, let me know. I want to be able to just USB hook up, like just holes in the side, whatever. PS3 controllers, PS4 controllers, whatever. So that like if I want
If
to
you
use
want to
those
play
instead,
the controller,
you can do it.
yeah, that would be sweet.
Derek built a 2-player Simpsons cabinet, building a virtual pinball machine now. Oh, wow. Oh. So Derek, it was probably you. But yeah, that's what I want to do. Would you help me?
Yeah,
No, you were very committal right there.
I don't know how
Like,
much
yeah.
help I will be, but I would help. Yeah, Dad will help.
Great. Somebody's going to lose a finger. Or it's going to take, instead of 1 day, it'll take 7 days.
He just needs to bring his "go-to me, come from me."
I looked that up. It's not a real thing. No one's ever called it that. I don't know what he's talking about. We don't need a go to me, come from me for to build a cabinet. I just need the guts. And I don't think there's like, to be serious for a second, there's no soldering or anything, right? It's just like
I think
you
it
get
depends.
this stuff, you hook it up. I'm not trying to get like an actual stick and go into a
I've
thing.
seen YouTube videos of people that have made it, and you basically buy the guts.
Okay.
You buy a display to hook it up to.
A good PC.
And then you can buy like these joystick kits. And I think people will do custom like wood,
No.
to like put them in, but I think it can be as from scratch as you want it to be, or you can just do more like a kit where it's just like, well, I got this, I got to plug it in. There we go. Now I'm done. I think there's a spectrum.
I really want, like, it could go there, it could go here. One of these things got to go though.
Yes.
Actually, it'd probably work better over there.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
But I mean, the kids would love it. When the kids' friends come over, I got to move all the lights and the podcast stuff out of the way and everything. But like, it would be awesome. Like, I've wanted that for so long. And then when Dustin was talking about it on SS Plus, I was like, yeah, I want to do this. Like, I feel like it can't be harder than building a friggin' PC and just getting a shell and like, oh, this like water cooler thing clicks into this thing. And I got the RTX 3790 thing and I'm clicking into this. And it's like,
Yeah, I think in the grand scheme of things, other than like the actual woodworking part of building a cabinet, it can't be any worse than just
but I can buy those
building
parts.
a computer.
I'm not okay. Wait, so let me be clear. I'm not saying I want to get like, and then I'm gonna go like, here's fierce button, here's strong punch, here's light punch. Like, I don't want to do that, but like,
Yeah.
something to where the two main setups are for most of the games. Then you got the 4-player setup with 3 buttons, I would assume. I can't imagine I would need more than 3.
Depends. Do you want to play Street Fighter?
With 4 players?
Oh, you're saying the 2 would have the full
2 6 buttons and then
Oh.
2 3 buttons, I assume.
I don't know that it would be. You might as well just have 6 buttons on all. I mean, I don't know.
Can we do 2v2 SF2?
You could do. What was the? Was it like Marvel versus Capcom or one of those things had
You're
like
right,
that where
you're
you
right,
tag in?
you're right,
But still,
you're
it's
right.
just 2 on. I mean, it's 1-on-1. I think.
But you're going to be like,
You just-
Kev, get out of the way!
Yeah, I don't know. But yes, I think we need to
MDF
do
is
that.
cheap. But heavy F, yeah, I know. Well, this is MDF, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh God. I just need to Google it. But that's what I want to do. Okay. Next topic, Sean.
Yes.
I don't remember when this happened. I feel like we should have talked about this last week.
I was looking at that. I'm like, there's no way that's been since we last recorded. So I think we just.
I think we just didn't
dropped
talk
the
about
ball.
it. But R.I.P. Scott Hall. Like, this hit me so hard. It didn't hit me hard enough to talk about it last week, but that's just because I was on vacation not paying attention. But I cannot believe that he's gone. This guy, like, I'm not saying that his surgery was like a normal, like, low risk surgery, whatever, but I still can't believe he's gone. It's just wild because like he fought
Scott Hall.
Yeah, I thought I said that, but I don't know.
No, maybe you did.
Yeah, he fought so hard to get clean and turn his life around. By the way, his son is a pretty damn good wrestler.
Really?
Yeah. Cody, I think his actually name is. But like, that's why that's why, obviously that's why I'm wearing this shirt. But who is the best wrestler ever to not win a world title? There's only 2 in my mind.
Owen.
And
Scott Hall.
is there anyone else?
I feel like there's some pretty big names from the 90s that. I mean, as far
Steamboat,
as popularity, like.
well, right.
Even though
Like,
I don't
know
really
that
care about
Steamboat
him.
ever won one. Honky Tonk,
Maybe in like
Jake,
Japan
whatever,
or something.
like-
But like Piper's up there. He never did.
No, he did.
Oh, WCW.
And then the next day, Bischoff was like, no, delete the tape. It didn't happen. Like, Piper beat Hogan with a friggin' sleeper hold at Starrcade 96. Do you remember this?
No.
But then
Well,
the
they
next
deleted
day,
the tapes.
the next day they deleted the tapes. And I don't know I don't know if they actually recognized it as a world title, but he won it. So, and Piper wasn't that good. Like, God rest his soul, but he was not that good at wrestling.
Mr. Perfect, he's probably up there.
Yes. Yes, my God.
By the
my
way,
God.
the other day,
What?
I know it's not on video anywhere, but you just have to trust me on this.
What'd I do?
It was, I think, 2 pizza nights ago.
Oh.
Wait, were you guys at pizza night like a week and a half ago? I know we weren't at this one. I think it was one that you guys... No, because the week before that, you were there, but not for pizza. That was anyways.
No, we were there. That was when we got back from Chattanooga. Then I had to go get the dog. So I might have missed whatever happened.
Well, anyway, Brittany was on the love seat with Madison, and she asked if I could get the burp cloth. I went in the kitchen, got it. I came back out, behind the back, landed right on her shoulder, and I'm like... I'm like, that's exactly what I was going for, but I didn't think it was going to work. And so I pulled it. You know the video I'm talking about, like with Mr. Perfect, where he does that, and then
I thought you were going to say you spit out gum, and we're like,
no, I didn't do it.
And it landed in her mouth.
But I just right behind the back, and it just
no, I didn't.
right on his shoulder, and I'm like,
but like, you all know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
That.
Like,
yeah.
Now, it was funny because he came out saying, "Hey, yo."
Yeah.
And then WWE was like, "I'm going to sue the hell out of you." And they're like, "Okay, we're going to tone it down a little bit." But like,
which is so weird. Like, you can't say, "Hey, yo." Like,
you can't trademark. Hey, I mean, you probably can, but they didn't do it. But it was still like, it was some kind of illusion.
Like,
to
what
the
if he
character
just
that
said,
he's Razor
"Yo,"
Ramon, right?
instead of "Hey, yo." Like,
But he's got a toothpick.
He's got the toothpick.
And
He's got
this
the
thing.
Superman twist. Yeah.
I don't know. Like, Scott Hall, despite all his demons, he's one of the most underrated wrestlers of all time. Like,
one thing I saw on Twitter that I'm like, cool little like backstage behind the scenes nugget. Scott Hall was the one that came up with the idea for Sting to go all Crow.
oh my God, that's right.
Yeah. I thought that was pretty cool.
Oh, can you imagine Sting coming down from the rafters and he's like, "Woo!" He's just all like
Surfer.
rainbow, whatever. Derek in the chat, Jerry Lawler, Ted DiBiase, Christian won a world title after Edge retired. He won the world title. Jake the Snake. So I agree. But like Jake, again, talk about demons. Jake the Snake. DiBiase. I think of DiBiase.
I think of him
not
more
as
as a manager. Yeah.
And Lawler is just whatever. He's a legend. I'm sure
He's a
he won
legend
a
in
Memphis
Memphis.
world title. Oh. I did see that
I saw
they
that
have a new
Cena's like producing it or something.
well, and Cena was like, "Miz, I love you," and he's like, "Yeah, who beat you at WrestleMania?" He's like, "Yeah, I know, you're the best, you're awesome, you always bring it, whatever." On Twitter, Cena said that about Miz.
By the way, we'll
the
talk
only
about
reason-
video games at some point. WrestleMania looks terrible.
Okay, so 2 weeks from now,
This is a 2-night pay-per-view.
but it looks like
There are 11 matches right now, and I'm sure they'll add Seth and Cody.
Okay, but
there'll
it
be
looks
6 each night, and that's going
I'm
to
not
probably
watching-
be 3 hours each.
So the rumor right now is that Saturday is actually the main event is actually the KO show. Can you imagine if you bought a ticket, the only ticket you could get was Saturday, and you get the 2 women's title matches and Miz and Logan Paul and whatever else, and then Stone Cold shows up? That's probably worth it. Sunday's way better. Sunday's what's rumored to be Seth versus
Edge and
Cody.
AJ, Roman, Brock. Wait, are Ed? Yeah, they are. Yeah, Saturday seems terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, the
But
whole pay-per-view, honestly, this sounds like this could have been on like
They got to stop the 2 night stuff.
Backlash or something.
But
Like,
now-
this
but
doesn't even seem like a
SmackDown-
WrestleMania card.
SmackDown next week is
The Andre the Giant.
WrestleMania SmackDown. is
And
what
they're doing
calling it.
WrestleMania Raw tomorrow. I don't
Oh,
know
for
what
God's
I don't know what's going to be on it, but yeah, they're doing like no IC title match, no US title match. The Battle Royal, which is like just throw that on a kickoff show, but at least do it at WrestleMania.
WrestleMania, yes.
They're doing that on SmackDown. I'm sure Omos is probably going to win it because
Well, the rumors are that he's fighting Lashley.
Lashley's hurt until like June or something, I thought.
Apparently, it wasn't as bad as they thought, and he's coming back for Mania to fight almost
Omos.
whatever. Oh my god, I hate this guy. But yeah, Sunday's the only night that matters. So 2 weeks from now, we're probably going to be recording on Tuesday, I would guess, because
No, it's next week.
no, it's not. Today's the 27th.
Next month.
It's the weekend that Sonic comes out.
When is WrestleMania 38?
9th and 10th.
WrestleMania 38 is from Saturday, April 2nd through Sunday, April 3rd.
It's
Well,
next week.
shoot.
It's next week. I'm saying
I'm like,
that's why
one of us is
WrestleMania
wrong.
SmackDown is this week or whatever. This is like
Oh, yeah,
this is
you're
the
right.
go
Okay.
home show.
Well,
Go home-
okay.
yeah.
So, but also, well, then we're not recording on Sunday. And
I mean, I'm gonna watch it because it's WrestleMania, but God, it looks bad.
But Sunday looks deep. Look up Sunday right now. Sunday,
Yeah, Sunday's by far the better one.
but like but still, like I don't
But
care
there's no like
about
gimmick
Brock
match. There's
and
no ladder
Roman.
match, no
Right.
IC title, no US title. You got both the world titles in one match.
By the way, what I've read is no matter who wins, they're like we're not doing one title.
No,
Because we're
it's still gonna be
too
two
brand, so
titles. They'll probably
They're gonna be like they're
split
gonna
up.
be like the Triple H in 04 thing where it's like Bischoff's like, and we draft Triple H and he gets the world, he gets big gold. Can we bring back big gold for crying out loud?
Yeah.
Cesaro, he better show up in AEW.
He should be world champ. Talk about people. I know he's probably not
older,
the same
but
level, but like completely wasted talent. Like
he is
could
the
and should
strongest,
be.
He is the
world champ.
strongest wrestler, I would assume, because I've never met him. He is the strongest wrestler that has ever lived.
He's
Not
like
pound
Superman.
for pound. I'm saying I'm not pound for pound. Like that dude could lift up. Like if he lift up, and he's like, so I was like, hey, he could pick up this whole house and go. It's happening. That was awesome. Oh yeah, Knoxville and freaking Sami Zayn. Sami Zayn. All right, what are we talking about?
I don't know.
Next topic.
Yes.
What are we at? Wow. Okay. So we're going to get to an hour at least. I saw The Batman for the second time this weekend. I loved it. I took my 14-year-old, my 12-year-old, and my, what year is it? 72-year-old dad to go see it. They all, Noah, my oldest, was like, it was okay. Nick was like, that was the best thing I've ever seen. Dad was like, I liked it. I got to think about it.
Yeah.
And then when he picked up Nick, I was like, do you know who played Penguin? He was like, I kind of feel like I think I do and whatever. And it's like, but the other guy, I was like, no, but the Penguin was Colin Farrell. And he's like, oh my God. Oh, okay. Yep. I knew that. Wait, but who played Riddler? And I said, Paul Dano. And he's like, Paul Dano. Why do I know that name? Paul Dano. He's like, oh, Paul Dano. Paul Dano was one of the Beach Boys.
Yeah.
And I was like, I never saw that movie, but he's like, oh my God. And he's like, it was amazing. I'm like, yes, okay. But so seeing it a second time, I will say this. First off, when Batman gets knocked out when he's flying, not a spoiler, that's all I'll say. He doesn't hit the concrete, he hits a light. Still probably dead.
Yeah. I mean,
But when I was like, oh, okay, cool. Okay. Second thing. No spoilers. The deleted scene.
mhm.
I loved it. Like,
Yep.
I don't know. It's to the point now where like,
I get how some people have talked about like fatigue, I guess. But
no, Derek, I do not want to see Knoxville.
love and marriage, you can't have one without the other. So obviously, and
You can't have Batman without him.
right.
Oh, well,
I can't
okay,
imagine.
well,
Nobody
okay.
knows who you're talking about.
But it's not in the movie, so it's not as. Oh, okay, whatever. Joker.
Yeah.
There was a cut scene with the Joker. There was not a cut scene. There was a cut space scene with the Joker.
Yeah.
Uh,
He's terrifying.
So Matt Reeves has said that what he wanted to do was this was not a Joker. And he's not in the movie, so it's fine. Whatever. There's no spoilers. It's
Yeah.
fine. They're alluding to something. I hope they wait. Again, I hope they wait till the third movie. But the scene was so freaking good. Honestly, the only people I've seen hating on it are Kind of Funny because they hate everything.
I wonder if they recorded that scene as a
Like one shot.
Well, I just wonder, was it ever going to be in the movie?
Yes.
And then he decided to cut it, or was
So
it like
there was
we'll just
two-
record this to
No.
have as like a
No, there was two cuts of the movie. They screened both of them for people. One with it, one without it. Now, I don't know where it fits in the movie because it gives away a lot about the Riddler. But it was in the movie. And then they said, you know what? No. And I think that was right. But also, I kind of wish it was in there because it's not a spoiler for anything to have a Batman movie have a new Joker, period. I know we had Heath. I don't think anything can ever top that. The closest thing will be Joaquin. I don't know that this guy can top it, Barry.
But Joaquin is like, I don't know. I love that movie, but that's like, I feel like he's Joker in name only. Like he's not, Joaquin's Joker does not fit into being like a Batman villain. I don't think. I don't.
Well, but I think he
see
does
it.
because it's like he's never going to get.
I like
fist
the,
fight.
well, yeah, but I like the idea of him being like, well, like being exactly what was in the movie. I like thinking in the canon that the Joker, say Heath Ledger, whoever it may be, was one of those people at the end of the movie. That's just
okay.
kind of inspired by what
Oh my God, yeah.
Arthur Fleck
Yep,
did.
Yep.
And then that becomes like the Joker that we all know. That's kind of how I think of it. I don't think of Joaquin's Joker as being like the Joker. Like, you know, I don't know. But that's just how I look at it.
I loved it. I thought it was so good. I love that he talks about. No, I already said spoiler, right? Yeah, whatever. It's their 1 year anniversary. So Batman's in year 2. He's already come across this guy. He's put him in Arkham. We don't have to do that. Like, they've already had whatever happened. He's in here now. He might not have been the Joker yet, but now he's here. He's going to be the Joker. And it's like, and then when you see his friggin' mangled face and everything, like Matt Reeves was saying that this is a guy that grew up with this condition. Reminds me of Joaquin. Instead of the laugh, it's the smile. Like he can't not smile. So his whole life has been a joke to him. Now, I don't know how he looks like he does in this, but like he can't not smile. He's just like, and you can see even before you see his face revealed, like it's not like the scars, but it kind of is like Ledger, that it's got like this, you know, the lines going up and stuff. And he's like, I don't know. I loved it, but also
It's the perfect Joker to go along. Like everything I said, like how
you're right, Derek.
they've already killed it with the Riddler. And how do you do Joker in a way that it can
Well,
top
yep.
that? And I they seem to be on the right track. Like as terrifying as Riddler is, you need to make Joker even more so. And it seems like they have.
One thing that I saw somebody pointed out, I think it was Jeremy John's video that he did about it. Somebody pointed out that when Batman gives him the folder, and he gets it back. When he gives him the folder, there's a paperclip on it.
And when he gets it back, it's gone. So that's how he breaks out.
I'm like, that is so, like, he's
Wow.
just messing with Batman to get him to turn around and be like, I'm done, click. And he's like, okay. It's like, and I do agree. One of the things I will say, Kind of Funny sucks, but and they hated this, of course, because they hate everything. I think it was Barrett who is just, God almighty, how much do you have to get that job? But it does remind me of the New 52 Joker. Like the whole, like face removed, put it back on, staple it. Like it's like that kind of grotesque, whatever. But like, I don't know. I'm so excited. And no, this is what I was going to say. Like, even if this Joker is never actually like out in the streets, the villain for Batman in any of these 3 movies, I'm kind of okay with that. If he's just Hannibal behind the glass,
They can do a lot just
yes
with that. Yeah.
I loved it. I thought it was awesome. All right, video games, 40 minutes in. Apparently, there are 3 big PlayStation announcements coming this week. We're going to talk about one of those, hopefully, that are coming here very shortly. So other than the thing we're going to talk about in the news, what the hell could the other 2 things be? Because Greg Miller has said that, like, he's heard rumors, no matter what you think about Greg Miller, and I think he's a piece of crap, fake booty. But one is Spartacus. We're going to talk about it here in a second. What are the other 2? Nothing? Okay.
False alarm. The only thing I can think of is maybe some
Spider-Man
kind of
2?
big, well, I was going to say just some kind of big acquisition.
Not Haven?
Whether it's, Konami
It does look like Chemical Burns. Yeah.
or maybe Blue Point, which we're still, or no, not Blue Point.
I was going to say, no, we got that.
Konami or, I'm not thinking Square Enix.
Capcom?
There's somebody else that I was thinking of. I don't know. But anyways, it could be another acquisition.
But 3 rumors.
Yeah.
Like, what the hell? Like, obviously, he's in the know. So normally they record the bastard child of P.S. I Love You on Mondays. It goes out Tuesdays, I think. I don't know. So if he's waiting till Thursday, I will not be surprised. So by the time this goes up, we might already know this. I assume Monday we're going to get an announcement that there's a state of play on Wednesday.
Yeah.
Spartacus. Actually, it's probably Spartacus. God of War 2 is actually coming out this year.
But the last we heard, it was. So
No,
it was
I
a
know,
rumor, really. We still that.
But maybe
yep.
they actually like date it.
Maybe.
And maybe it is. Again, I don't want them to buy Capcom.
Maybe it's
or Square.
PSVR 2 release.
We'll talk about that here shortly, too.
Yeah.
Or it could be from. Can you
Or
imagine?
it could just be
I don't think they can.
nothing.
Like, I think we said in the past couple weeks, well, also that they can't buy from right now, right? 12 million copies sold in 3 weeks.
I don't know. This just reeks of like
Clickbait.
State of
kind
play.
like crap.
Spartacus.
Final Fantasy 16 is out this year.
Another Final Fantasy 16 trailer, and like
Spider-Man 2, but more.
like things we already like. I feel like this is going to be. There will be some announcements. One will probably be Spartacus, and the other 2 will probably just be like, "Oh, yep, that's what I was talking about right there and there. Those are the 2 things." And they're like,
We could tweet this.
"Exact." That's
Yeah.
kind of what I'm thinking.
I
Like,
hate Greg.
like there's people back when I can't even think of who. It's probably a nobody, but like people that would tweet about like wrestling and. Ooh, my sources say something big is happening on Raw tonight. I can't tell you what,
the
but
Raw
you
before
better.
WrestleMania,
And then
you
like
better tune in.
whatever happens, it's like see,
I
I
told
told
you.
you. Like it's so stupid. I feel like that's what this is going to be. There's not going to be 3 announcements all.
That are that big. Yeah,
Yeah, I can basically guarantee it.
I agree. We'll see. We will be back next week. Sean, have you played anything this week? In your post-platinum Elden Ring
I've
existence.
farted around a little bit more in Elden Ring. I think I'm not saying I've gone everywhere, but like I'm running out. Like I compare mine to like the map, and I'm like looking for like new caves and catacombs and this and that
Yeah.
that I haven't been to. I think I've pretty much been everywhere. And I'm tempted to just start a new game plus just because, not even necessarily to play all the way through, but just because. But then I'm also like, well, if I start a new game plus, I cannot come back and help you unless I go back to PS Plus and down, because now I'm not going to be able. Well, it depends on where you are. Like if you're in that final area, there's no way to get to that final area.
To warp with.
There's like certain places on the map, that I can't just ride my horse to. So I may not be able to help you. So I'm like, I'm not in any huge rush to, but I think I'm not done with it, like ready to move on, but just like, I feel like I've done everything I can do with it. So that's all I've done. I played a little bit of Elden Ring, and that is it.
So I can't remember last week. Did I say I'd already beaten Renala? I can't remember.
I think last week you had.
Okay,
yeah.
so I've since beaten the third and fourth castle in some order. Was Caelid Radon or whatever? I've heard a lot of people saying like he's
Caelid
bad.
Radon, yeah.
But like you watch me and you're like, oh damn.
Oh, you smoked him.
Yeah, but like I thought he was supposed to be tough, and now I'm at this freaking boss I can't beat.
Oh, he is, but I think you were just OP by that point.
Okay.
Like the way his health was dropping when you were fighting him, I'm like, holy crap, somebody. And then I'm
There's
like,
like
oh no,
8
that's
hits.
just you.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think you were just OP by then.
Okay. So I have now gotten to beat the third castle, the fourth castle. The third in my playthrough was Radon and Caelid. Smoked him. Then I went to what's it called? Leyndell.
Yep.
So I beat the first guy, which was not that bad. I died 2 times, kicked his ass by myself. The boss of that was very similar to a couple of bosses I fought very early on. We agree, right? Like almost a mimic of them.
Yeah.
So I beat him, again, I think with no health. And then I went to the final area, and I was getting smoked. So I said, nope, not doing this. So, Sean, what I did the past couple days, I had Ghost Glovewort 1, 3, and 9.
Okay.
Somehow. So I did 1. I got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then I went and I got the Great Glovewort, whatever that means.
Okay.
So right now, after getting bested 10, 15 times by this freaking boss in the final area, so before I got to the final area, I had to fight this thing called the Fire Giant. The Fire Giant scared me to death. I took my time. I died 10 times or so. And then I kicked his ass.
Yeah,
I've died 15 times or something to this boss. I don't know how I can do this. Now, I will say, since I've leveled up, I've not gone back
So what's
to it
weird
with
is I
plus 10 mimic.
don't think I died a single time to them. Now, granted,
But that's
I probably had
patching
mimic
of the
tier.
stupid game. Yeah.
Yeah. But I've heard, I mean, you're not the only one. People hate this boss.
This is way worse than Fire Giant.
But it's... Yeah, and usually when you fight 2 bosses, it's like, okay, kill this one and then kill that one. This one, it's like they have a joint health bar.
When you kill one,
And whatever damage you do, it just eats into that. But if you kill this one and it's down to there, he comes back.
You
So in
better kill
theory,
the
you
other
could just
one
keep
real
killing the same
quick.
guy over and over again, and that would eventually kill them both once you've done enough damage to deplete that joint health bar. But yeah, it's not like you just kill one and then the other one's just by himself and you kill that one and then you're done. And they don't stay dead very long.
No, but not only that, like, so
The only thing I can say, which I'm sure you're probably already doing, what I did with them and with pretty much every other boss, just spam to a reasonable extent your L2 or L1, whatever it is, and
the
R2,
Moonlight, whatever.
the slash. Like, it's really powerful. If they can
Common
be
Azure
staggered, it
sucks.
staggers them pretty well, and it's got a lot of distance.
Yeah.
So I used that a lot, and I didn't have too much difficulty.
Great. Cool. I'm happy for you.
But you can
Because
also
I
call me
just-
in. Oh, can you? Yeah, because I can just fast travel back there. Yeah.
I can call you in, but the problem is, so like where you spawn, you go down this hall, and there's this knight that's like, boom, half your health. I'm like level, what did I say, 50 something on health. Boom, half gone. Okay, I dodged at the wrong time. Then you got to run past him. There's a fog gate here, mist gate, whatever. But no, there's a guy here. He's going to kill you. So you got to go run this way, run down the stairs, go all the way here.
This is the exact place that I was telling you that I ran through because I know exactly what you're talking about.
They're
with those
impossible.
night
Like
guys.
I can't kill these guys.
The only thing I would say, they are a good time to use Comet Azure. or
I
whatever.
tried. It didn't work. But again, it's been nerfed. So like,
Yeah, maybe that's it. Like as soon as it hits them, they're like, "Oh," and they aggro and they start coming at you. But you just,
it doesn't knock them back.
No, they keep coming.
Yeah.
But I guess at least before it was nerfed, you could usually kill if you're starting far enough away from them. It kills them before they get close enough to be able to hit you.
So I'm to the point now where I have my flasks are 10 health, 1 magic, and I'm about to go 11 and just say the hell with it.
Yeah, but I think you've got your mind up pretty far too, right? So you probably don't. If you're not going to use the Comet thing, you're only using your FP when you do your L2R2 thing.
So L2R2 is better than L2R1.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so anyway.
Okay.
At least R1 is good if you got a bunch of guys around you and you need to take them all because it goes horizontal.
Yeah.
The vertical one, I don't know if it's more powerful. I would think it is because
it should be, yeah.
It makes sense that it would be. So I would use that. But remember, if you had to, I know you've got at least one more larval tier. You could go rebirth again if
I've got multiple.
but now you're stuck there.
No, I'm not.
You can leave.
Yep. That's how I leveled up my mimic tier. I had 1, 3, and 9. And but by the time I got there, it was like, yeah, you can go. I was like, oh hell yeah! I looked up the guide today. That's what I did yesterday.
Then yeah, you could go do the rebirth again, maybe.
But like, what else can I do?
I mean, yeah, if dying too quickly is the problem, I was gonna say you could add more to dexterity, which will make your weapon stronger.
That's my question is like, do I just go to the farming spot and just do dex for like 10 levels just so I do more damage?
Yeah.
I'm already level 135 and I'm like, I suck at this game and I'm 135. Like,
yeah.
I told Sean I was going to beat this damn game by the time we podcasted. And then I got to this damn boss called the Godskin Duo.
Yes.
Is all I'll say. If you couldn't tell, there are 2 of them. And that's why it's more harder than any boss ever in the game. It's just that there's 2. Like, even with the fire giant, I was like...
Yeah.
Like, I know I see one person. I can get... First off, I can get on my horse, so I can ride around him, and I can... I can ride around that, jump off... Oh, my God.
What is your dex at right now? Is it like 18? Is it like the minimum
I think so,
for Moonveil?
Yeah.
I would add more to that. Because I only finished at like level 140 something. So I'm not too many levels ahead of you. And my dex is like 30 or 40.
Well, okay. Maybe
so you've got a lot more. You definitely have more in vigor than I did, but not a whole lot.
So I got to go kill a stupid bird. The best part about that exploit is when you hit him in the head, there's sometimes where like, you hit right in the head and he goes, you can hear in the distance, and then he's, when he goes, I'm like, yeah, you stupid freaking bird. But yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I would love to call you in just so you can run through it with me. Get there.
I think with both of us there, we wouldn't have to run like.
No, but I want to run past them.
No, I know, but I think I might be able to take them out for you.
Oh, by the way, so when I got sick of that, I did do some more exploring because I was like, I'm done with this. I don't want to do the exploit right now, whatever. So I looked at like the Weeping Peninsula down south. I realized there was one site of grace that had an arrow going down that I never explored. And it's because there's that one where you get a map part and then there's a big guy throwing a big thing, whatever, at you, like a big spear, whatever.
Yeah.
He wasn't there for some reason. Oh, also, when you go back to the round table hold, everything's... You probably never did.
I don't know if I
'cause
ever
you
went
didn't know you
back.
Could, but everything's on fire. There's no one there except the girl that helps me do the mimic tear ashes.
Okay.
So I went there and I found Castle.
Castle Morn.
Yes. Went through that.
Did you beat the whole thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Got to the boss. He's like a lion
Leonine.
thing. Leonide the Wicked, whatever. I don't know
Yeah,
what
something
was
like
named.
that. I think he's the guy that gives you that giant sword
I
that
saw
I was
it and
using.
I was like, "This is Sean's sword,"
Yeah.
but I'm not respecing. For
No,
this
no,
right
no.
now.
It's-
I love my
it's-
Moonveil.
it's not
It's
that good.
awesome. But yeah, I beat him, and that was easy. So that made me feel good. And I went to a couple other catacombs just to do something. But like, yeah, I don't know. I gotta either. I'm
So
going
what
to-
level is your mimic tier now?
10?
Okay, so you did get all.
I got everything.
Okay.
But again, it's like 10, which is really like 2 previous.
Well, yeah.
It seems like it.
Yeah. Call me in. We'll take him down.
All right, we'll take him down. Sean,
Yes.
want to get news of the week?
Let's do it.
All right, Sean. We've been going for. Wow, I thought it was going to be a short episode. All right. Apparently, per Bloomberg, Spartacus is going to get unveiled this week officially. I'm not going to read the article because we've been going for a while, but it looks like it's finally happening. Well, it's not that it's actually happening this week, but I think based on Greg Miller, his tweet, and the Bloomberg report, it seems like it's happening this week. Apparently, Spartacus is going to be revealed this week with a, quote, splashy lineup of hit games, end quote. It will combine PS Now and PS Plus with different tiers, as we've heard before. Derek, it was Derek in the Discord, right?
Derek and the Dominoes. Yes, Derek in the Discord.
It's not going to be that. It's not going to be that. And apparently, the most expensive tier will get demo access and game streaming. Where the hell are my freaking PS1, 2, and 3 games that I can download and play in my effing PS5?
Well, wasn't that included? I mean, I know it's probably not that, but I mean, until this actually gets announced, we don't know. But
we don't know. But like, there's been so many reports at this point that I'm like, first off, if I can download PS1, 2, and 3 games for one of these tiers, and Bloomberg's like, game streaming, whatever. Like, I'm never listening to Schreier again for good reason. And I'm never listening to Bloomberg again, period.
why?
Because they're saying it's not there. Also does. I'm sick of talking about this.
Yeah, if it's not here this week, I mean, everybody knows this is up there with like the Switch Pro that everybody said was coming, and now it's like
This is up here with the Switch, with the NX at this point.
yeah.
Before it was the Switch, like we have had so like again, I've talked about this in the past like 2 months or so, but like going back to when the NX rumors were starting, like, ooh, it's just gonna be a screen with like infrared buttons and all. Like, I'm sick of this crap. I'm sick of Bloomberg. I'm sick of all this. I just want them to friggin' announce the damn thing.
Yeah.
They pulled PS Now gift cards in the UK 2 months ago. What are we doing?
I would love it if PlayStation or somebody at PlayStation was just feeding them complete BS just to
Make sure
discredit that. Yeah, just to be like, you want to try
By
to
the
leak
way-
our stuff? Here's some good info for you so you look like idiots when you report it. I wish that's what they were doing.
Also, one of the funniest things is when Schreier tweets, I'm reporting this along with at 69347 whatever. It's a bunch of numbers and it's Takashi, whatever his name is, Bloomberg Japan. Like your handle is 6974732849171126.
You memorized that?
Look it up. Fact check me. But like Derek says in the chat, I only want stuff for Spartacus so I don't have to buy a Steam Deck. Like, that's the thing. There are so many old good games. Like, I have, like... Shout out to Xbox, period.
Mm-hmm.
When they have Game Pass that gets you access to so many old games. A lot of them, by the way, are also optimized for Series S or X. And PlayStation is doing jack shit. They have to, like, this cannot just be... If you pay us $20 a month, you get game streaming.
The fact
and
that
demos.
Nintendo gives you better access to their old games than PlayStation, then that's
You're doing
not a
something
good
wrong.
look for PlayStation.
So my question is this: by next week, do you think we will know what the hell this actually is?
I'm going to split the difference and say something is revealed, but more information to come. Like, here's what it's called. Here's basically what it's going to be. But as far as prices and specific tier
I hope they call it.
content, whatever, I bet we don't get that. That's
I
my
hope they
thought.
call it PlayStation Spartacus. Just be like, you know what? Screw you guys with your leaks. You know what? We're going to call it Spartacus.
Yeah.
No, never mind. Not Spartacus. That's Sparta. Next up, apparently PSVR 2 has been playable at GDC. This comes from Push Square. PSVR 2 is playable behind closed doors at GDC this past week. There's already a lot of buzz seeping out of the show. Chet Falisic, a Valve veteran, shared the following on Twitter. Quote, had one of those VR moments today playing in the new PSVR 2 HMD. What is HMD? Hard Mark
Dart.
Brace.
I don't know.
You know where the world just feels different when you return? So good. Thanks, Shuhei and Greg Rice for the demo and chat. End quote. This post was later shared on the Reset Era forum, a great place to be. When one user mentioned that the comment sounded hyperbolic, it's not hyperbolic, replied a truant Pixel developer who's working on Runner, a motorcycle game for PSVR 2. As of yet, there's no further information on what kind of demo Sony is showing, but PSVR 2 presentations are planned for GDC throughout the remainder of this past week. I think it's a good sign. Would you agree? That it's playable.
That's a very good sign. Yeah.
Do we... okay. This year?
I think so. I hope so. I do think so, though.
I don't. But the reason I don't is because I'm still hoping that God of War Ragnarok breaks the trend. And it's not a March or April game. And it's out September, October. They're not going to put that game up against this new hardware that has no, well, as
If you
we
could have
know-
either God of War this year or PSVR 2 this year, you would rather have God of War?
Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
Yeah, I would not.
But what are you going to play on it?
Whatever. If all I could play on it was Robot Rescue Mission 2,
Well, okay.
I'm in.
Yeah. Okay. Yes,
I mean,
yes.
yeah.
But like Call the Mountain's not coming out this year.
Probably not, but that would
Alex?
be... No, that's not happening.
Why not?
Horizon could be a launch title.
I think it is. That's what I'm saying. I think Horizon is a launch title, and I think it's next year.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm holding out for this year. That may be too much to ask, but
And birds. What is this?
it's that. It's the stuff I always bring. Irish whiskey.
A sexton?
Mhm.
You son of a bitch. You're not sexting me. All right. This comes from NME. We got some Game Pass stats, again from GDC. During GDC 2022, Microsoft released Game Pass statistics, which suggests that service users try out more games than those who aren't subscribed. Please, God, pay attention, Sean.
No, but I am. But
Okay, but I know. Trust me, I know. Just stay with it.
duh.
Just wait. The statistics were shared on Twitter by user Benji Sales. Benji Sales is freaking awesome. One of the best files you can have on Twitter if you're into video games, if you care about the industry and sales and all that. Benji Sales is awesome. Do you follow him?
I don't.
Okay. Half of this podcast says follow Benji sales. The details suggest that players who subscribe to the service will play 40% more per space sent.
I mean, that's where the word comes from, but yeah.
Can we get rid of British people in video games? Like,
It's
seriously.
a bold
But I mean,
request.
that's why. More games than users who aren't. Those subscribed will also spend 50 per space sent more on the games they play via in-game purchases and add-ons. Hey, put a finger up for that. According to one of the images, independent game developers have seen triple-digit growth for their pay-to-play titles when comparing to prior of the launch of Game Pass. This, combined with the numbers above, suggests that subscribed players are more likely to try out indie games that they may not have paid for outside of the service, leading to growth of 300 per space sent. Large publishers also see an increase of 3.5 times the number of average daily users during the first 30 days of a game's introduction to Game Pass. For indie devs, the average number of monthly users for the first 90 days increased by 15 times. Okay, can we talk about this? Like, if I have Game Pass, this is like if I have Netflix,
You're more likely to watch Netflix than people that don't have Netflix.
than to just buy
like,
10 DVDs.
yeah, like, duh. I mean, it's cool to see actual numbers, which we don't usually get from Xbox. But like, well, yeah, I would hope people that have Game Pass play more games than people that don't have Game Pass.
like,
If not, you guys are in real trouble. Like,
okay, put your finger up. Okay. Those subscribed will also spend 50% more on the games they play via in-game purchases and add-ons. So basically, Xbox is saying Game Pass is a way for us to get people in and then milk them dry when it comes to microtransactions. Do you agree?
I mean, that's one way to put it. Yeah.
What's another way?
Well, I mean, that's the gist of it. They're basically saying people that don't have to buy these games outright are therefore then more likely to, here's a couple dollars for some extra Fortnite bucks, whatever they're called, stupid crap like that, because they didn't have to buy the game outright. I mean, that tracks. That makes sense.
V-Bucks.
Yeah, sure.
By the way, no build mode.
Yes.
We're going to play?
I don't know.
I like the stuff about the indie devs. That makes me happy. Because I feel like even if these games launch on Game Pass and either they're on PlayStation at the same time or they come later, the fact that these indie devs are getting more eyes on their games is a good thing. Period.
Yeah.
Thank you, Xbox. That's awesome. It's more my thing with like people like, I can say for sure, you can put your finger down. We already talked about it.
Oh, okay.
My kid, Nick, who's now 12, I got my Xbox. Thank you, Jess. Series S for Christmas. Download Forza. He played it. He loves it. And he's like, whatever. I'm doing this. I'm selling these cars. I'm doing these races, whatever. And I'm like, Dad, can I buy that? I'm like, no. So I can see it happening in real time that like Forza's free to play, quote unquote, free to play. But if you want to do everything the game, like the DLC, if you want to buy extra cars, in-game currency, like think of GTA and the shark cards, which we'll talk about here in a minute. Like, I see what they're doing. And like everybody that's like, Phil is for the gamers. It's all about expanding video games to all the world. And we just love gamers. Phil is full of shit. I don't care. He is. If you're an Xbox fanboy, come at me, come at me. I don't care. He is full of shit. This whole thing, first...
So I don't disagree with that, but it's not like
What's your
Xbox. I don't know. I just put it up when I started talking. It's not like Xbox. Look at all the microtransactions and crap that like GT7 has. It's not like this is a Microsoft.
Thank you. Guess
exclusive
what?
thing.
Guess what? People had to pay. Well, this is not a good comparison, but people had to pay $70 on PS5 to get those damn it, microtransactions on PS5. Xbox, you pay $10 a month. It'll take you 7 months to pay that much.
But so what's your point?
My point is like,
It's not like they're saying, well, our games are free, included with
Right.
Game Pass, but now you have to start doing these microtransactions. Like, they would have to do that even if they bought the game outright and didn't have Game Pass.
Right.
Sony does the same thing. You can buy a game, then there's microtransactions if you want to do that.
the barrier to entry on Xbox is so low. If you have Game Pass, you get the game. And then you've got kids that play the game, like Nick playing Forza. Dad, can I buy this freaking whatever? I don't even know, Forza Buck, whatever it's called. He
But
would
like,
have
if you
never
didn't
done
have
that,
but if you didn't have Game Pass,
he would have
and-
never played Forza. And he never would have been like, can I buy Forza Bucks? You see what I mean?
but if he knew what Forza was, and he said, "Dad, I want that for Christmas," and you said, "Okay, son, we're not going to get Game Pass though." Now he's got Forza. You don't think he would see those same things and be like, "Well, I want some of these, but I bought the game. Dad bought the game. We didn't get it on Game Pass, so I'm not going to bother." Like, he would have done the same thing. He would have asked to buy the whatever you just said, whatever it is that he wanted in the game.
F-Bucks.
F-Bucks.
We're getting close. My point is, it's a low barrier to entry to get these people to play these games so that they can get into the game and then want to buy the microtransactions to where they're playing 50% more microtransactions than people that actually pay for the games. That is super weird, is all I'm saying.
I don't know that
I'm
it's
just saying-
weird. I think it makes perfect sense.
Unfortunately, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's the same reason there's so many iPhone games that are free to play, but if you want to get good quicker, you can pay extra money. Like, it's the same kind of thing. And people are probably more willing to do that if the game is free, a la Game Pass. Not really free,
on
but
mobile,
you know.
they're actually free.
Yeah,
Game Pass, they're not.
yeah. I don't know. You make it seem like it's some
Night, John.
weird, underhanded thing that they're doing. I think this is just, the numbers are what they are, and I think the numbers make perfect sense. I think, yeah, people probably are going to be more willing to pay money in-game for things here and there if they know that they didn't have to buy the game outright. And that's what the numbers show. I don't think it's Xbox going, we'll make the games free, that way we can milk them dry with
Okay.
microtrans. I think that's an obvious byproduct of the system,
Okay,
but I don't
how many
think
people
that's
pay-
like the end game of
So
Game
how many
Pass.
people pay $120 a year for Game Pass or $180 for Ultimate? That never in a million years would have paid $70 for Forza. Okay. Now they've got it because it's on Game Pass, because it's just $10 a month, whatever. It's like Netflix, whatever. You don't even think about it. It's just whatever. Now their kids are playing it, or whatever's playing it. And now they're like, ooh, yeah, I want to buy this. I mean, I'm talking about ass because I've not played Forza enough to know what the microtransactions are. I know that they're there, but like, there's something to me that's super. And I'm saying this as an Xbox owner now.
But I think everything you think, I think that just about microtransactions in general. I don't look
No,
at that
I
as
do
like
too,
a
but
Game
again-
Pass thing. I think,
But again,
just,
but like if you want to do like GT7, we're going to talk about it here in a little bit. GT7, $70 on PS5. You've already made that investment of a lot of money. I don't know how many kids that are 12 years old are like, I want GT7, $70. You got it? Oh no, I'm good. I'm good. Whatever. Whereas Game Pass, $10 a month. It's you got an Xbox, whatever. Download it, whatever. Dad, can I do this? Whatever. It like I can see like it's like a snowball to me.
yeah.
That it's just going to go down the hill and eventually it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I mean, I don't look at it as like a weird, underhanded tactic. I think it's just, it makes sense that people would spend more on in-game purchases if they didn't have to buy the game outright. And that's exactly what we see. So, I don't know. I mean, I don't like it, per se. I don't like that crap in games anyway.
Anyways, yeah.
But I don't think Xbox is any worse of an offender when it comes to that.
We disagree. Sean,
Yes.
want to get the wrap up?
Let's do it.
Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League will not happen
Spelled it
until
wrong.
spring. What? What?
You spelled it wrong.
What? SUICID. What? Oh, League. Has been delayed until spring of 2023. I think we all saw this coming. Apparently, there were
Yeah.
rumors of this. Apparently, I missed it when I was on vacation. I don't know. But it's official now. So by the time this comes out, it would have been almost 8 years since Arkham Knight, which was not a great game. James, sorry.
Yeah. 8 years.
What the
Wow.
hell have you been doing?
This better be a very good game.
This better be 100 on Metacritic.
Yeah.
It'll be an 80, I will say.
Probably.
You want to bet?
Nope.
Okay. GTA Plus was announced and pissed off a lot of people. It's coming for PS5 and Xbox Series S and X on March 29th. For $6 a month, you can get monthly $500K in GTA dollars, special vehicle upgrades, discounts, GTA dollars, and RP bonuses. People are so pissed about this.
I don't get it. Like,
I don't either.
Why? I mean,
What
why
do
are
you
you
care?
upset? Exactly.
What do you care? If you
It's
don't
not
play
like
it, then who cares?
If it was something that like, hey, you used to be able to play cunning stunts for free.
Good job.
Now you have to pay $6. They're not taking anything away. They're saying you can keep doing everything you've been doing. But guess what? Here's some other stuff, and if you want that, you can pay $6 a month. And if you don't want it, keep doing what
cares?
you're doing. Who gives a crap? I think I'm not going to do it. I'm sure plenty of people will, but like, why are you getting so upset about it? Like,
I don't get it. Like, this is not one of the biggest online games of the last 10 years. And I'm surprised this didn't happen earlier, is my thought.
right.
Like, $500,000 in GTA money every month, special discounts, special cars, all this other crap. I don't have a problem with it. I'm not going to subscribe to it. Like, I have loved for the last, I don't know how long, 12 months or so, getting free $1 million every month by just going on to the PSN, downloading the thing. I've loved that. I'm not going to pay $6 a month, but if you want to, who cares?
Right.
Like, it's not like a pay to win thing. Like, that's like, if it's like $6 a month and you get a friggin', like, you can bring a moon down on players. Like, okay, that's stupid. This is not that. You get more money to buy other stuff and whatever. Obviously, what I think it means is that they're saying that people that play this game a lot are not buying a lot of shark cards. So they're like, how can we get money out of them? $6 a month? Cool. $500,000 in GTA money for $6 a month. We'll do that. I don't have a problem with it. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Like, the ruckus this has caused is just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo 7 is getting some updates in April. There will be increased rewards, more events. You will also get $1 million in free credits if you log in before April 25th. This was a big thing. GT7, like we were just talking about. This game is not for me. Like, Forza Horizon, whatever it was, is not for me. But this is definitely not for me.
Yeah, absolutely not.
But I do like that. Like, there's been a lot of issues with in-game currency and rewards being nerfed and all that stuff. So I'm glad it's getting fixed. I feel like Kevin is spending majority of his pocket. Okay. Herman Hulse has said that PlayStation Studios will continue making single-player, story-driven games despite the 10 live service games that are coming in the next few years. This does not surprise me, but thank you. Like, I never thought for a second when they were doing all these like live service games that they were going to get away from their bread and butter. So I'm glad that he said it, but I'm also like, well, yeah.
It's always good to hear, but I wasn't particularly worried about it.
As we said earlier, Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed is announced coming out Q4 from IllFonic. If you're in Kind of Funny or associated with them, I'm sure you're very happy. They don't make good games.
Yeah.
So, congrats. Ubisoft is rumored to be working on a new sequel for Immortals Phoenix Rising. They're staffing up for it. I don't believe this because I don't want to believe it.
I'll believe it when I see it. I'm not getting my hopes up.
But, like, we both love this game.
Yeah.
But I feel like it didn't sell at all. I cannot believe they would make a sequel.
I would go so far to say it's maybe a better game than Breath of the Wild. Maybe? Maybe.
Casey Hudson, the former director at BioWare, has formed Humanoid Studios, and they're working on a AAA science fiction game.
Just triple?
Yeah, not quadruple.
Dang.
Well, I mean, that would mean they never made it. They actually made a game.
It's true.
Gwent director Jason Salama is leading the next Witcher game. He promises no crunch will happen on his watch. Yeah, okay. PS5 firmware update is out now. Apparently it was broken at first, but it does include open and closed parties, UI enhancements, and accessibility features, PS app and remote play enhancements. VRR, variable refresh rate, is coming in the coming months. Do you know if your TV supports this? I don't know if mine does.
I have no idea. I don't even understand.
Basically what it does is it makes, like, if you go from 60 to 30, the TV does something to make it not as bad.
It just seems like one of those things. The only time I hear about this, and I had never even heard of it until I don't know, a few weeks ago maybe, is when
Elden Ring.
No, is when like Xbox fanboys are like, ha ha ha, PlayStation doesn't even have VRR. Are you kidding me? Ha ha, what a piece of crap. Blah, blah, blah. I'm like, what is it? And I looked at it, I'm like, variable refresh rate. Okay. But if you're getting 60 frames, I just don't understand the point. Why is this such a big deal? Or is it just one thing that Xbox people can say, well, Xbox has it and PlayStation doesn't, even though now it's going to. But, like, what is the big deal?
I don't know.
There's stuff with, like, I can't remember if it's the Apple Watch or iPhone, maybe both, where it's like, yeah, if you're scrolling through a story, it's going to get 60, maybe 120 frames per second. But if you're looking at a static image, that goes down to, like, 1. It's not constantly refreshing. And it's like, okay, well, it doesn't have to if it's not moving anyway. But the end result is the user doesn't really know the difference. It's almost just like a power saving thing more than anything. Like, if your content is not moving, we're not going to continue to refresh the screen because it's not moving, so who cares?
Right.
And that's what I think of when I think of VRR. Now, I may have no idea what I'm talking about.
Me too.
But that's kind of what it sounds like to me, and I don't understand the big deal, but great.
Well, one more good thing. European PS App users can now get screenshots automatically uploaded from their PS5 console. Finally.
Good.
Oscar Isaac has said that they are, quote, searching like solids. What? Oh, Switch software update adds folders 5 years later called groups. Now, I will say PS5 still does not have folders. This is something I don't care about at all.
No, I don't care.
Like, so the Switch has groups. Cool.
Yeah.
I don't care. I just don't care. Oscar Isaac says that they are searching, quote, like Solid Snake, end quote, for the story for the movie. So is this actually...
I have thoughts. I love Oscar Isaac.
And I love Jordan Vogt Roberts. But
this
like,
came off to me as Steve Buscemi with his skateboard. And like he knows the bare minimum. Hello, fellow Metal Gear Solid fans.
No, but
we are
he likes
walking around in boxes and doing stealth stuff and going in air vents and looking for my twin brother and I did not come. I know what he's trying to do. That came off so, I don't know, pandering to me. That
also,
I'm
like this movie's
that
not
he
happening.
wants it to seem like he knows the source material and all that. Like,
no,
I don't know.
I will say apparently he
and
really
I know,
likes.
I've heard.
I mean, apparently, again, like Tom Holland played Uncharted, and then he was like,
but like in that video, the guy, exactly, it's that kind of thing. And the guy in the video was like, oh yeah, and then and then the red exclamation point as he's walking away, and Oscar's just like, like fake laugh.
Like, I don't know what
like
that,
exactly.
what are you
Like,
talking about?
I don't know. This movie
It's never
is
going to
not
happen,
gonna
and that's
happen.
probably for the best. Like, I wish that Adi Shankar could.
Like searching like Solid Snake. What does that even mean? Like
Again, we don't even know that he's Solid
yeah, we're
Snake.
searching like Solid Snake. Oh, because Solid Snake
So you're going
searches
through. You're
a lot.
going
Like,
through a
what?
vent to find the story.
That's-
God Almighty! Like
I don't
Solid
know.
Snake doesn't. Last but not least, the Bloodborne PS1 demake devs have announced that they are also making Bloodborne Kart.
All right.
I love it. I don't care, but I love it. Do you ever ride a cart in Bloodborne?
No.
Okay.
There's not even. No, there is one area that's got things that are like kind of vehicle. I mean, like a thing with wheels. But I mean, no, there's
Like
no
Donkey Kong Country or something?
like. Kind of like the thing in Elden Ring that like eats you and teleports you to
Okay.
a volcano, like
Yeah,
that
yeah.
kind, like things that move around that have wheels, but like nothing I would call a cart. I think
That-
this is just.
That wasn't a cart, but it was a. That's it for episode 276. Thank y'all so much for being here. We will be back next week with hopefully a lot of news to talk about. But until that time, Sean, go ahead and take us out.
Thank you for playing.